If you're not challenging your investment process on a regular basis, you risk becoming obsolete. I'm just back from holiday. I took some time off to recharge and reconnect with nature. There's really not a lot to do these days during this pandemic, so it was a great way for me to get out there and challenge myself. I hiked the Juan de Fuca trail. I do a ton of day hikes, but I haven't done an overnight hike since I was a kid. And so for me, this was a challenge. I carried a backpack that was about 30% of my body weight. I'm super fit, but this was hard for me. It was fun and well worth the effort. I firmly believe in challenging myself physically, but also mentally when it comes to my thoughts, my ideas, and processes I have for how the world works. This is especially true when it comes to investing. If you want to be good at it, it's really important to challenge yourself, whether you're a client, an advisor, or do-it-yourself investor. Here's why it's so important. I'm Anna Hilberry. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Investors and investment advisors do a bunch of research, they gather their facts, and then they form a process. At least I hope that's what you do. If you don't have a process, you're just throwing darts at a board, and good luck with that. So you've got your process, everything seems great, but what if the facts have changed? I mean, the world today is literally completely different than it was 9 months ago, a year ago. A better example for you though, I have a physical example. So part of my hiking trip, I didn't have any of the equipment because I don't do any overnight hiking trips. So my parents dug out a bunch of their equipment from 30 years ago, and my mom dug out this bad boy. I actually didn't even know what this was. This is a headlamp from 30 years ago. At one point, this was cutting edge technology. There's the battery pack. I mean, this thing is ridiculous. But this is a headlamp from about 5 years ago. This is so much more efficient and lighter than this. So you might say to yourself, well, I have an investment process and it works. Well, yeah, this thing still works, and it works better than a candle or a kerosene lantern, flint and matches and all the rest of it. But why would you use this when you could be so much better and more efficient? So this is a great physical example. So challenge yourself so that you can be better, do better, and have better results. And you can stay abreast of technology and the way that the world is changing. So here's a few ways that you can challenge yourself. When should you challenge yourself? Now is the perfect time. We've just been through a period of volatility, and the proof is in the pudding. If you did a good job, or the person you hired did a good job, you should have made it through the period relatively unscathed, and you might even have made a little bit of money. If you have suffered losses, now is a great time during a period of relative calm to identify areas of weakness in your portfolio and how those losses occurred. Now, when should you make changes? You don't want to make changes during a downswing in the market because you have the risk of identifying something that you think is an error or a tactical error when really it's just broader market price fluctuation. So you're better off to wait until you're on the other side of it to see how your portfolio fared, and then you make the changes. What questions should you ask yourself when you're challenging your investment process? Here's a list of questions that Steve and I asked ourselves during our last investment process review, and we do them regularly. Does the way that we make investment decisions for X asset class still make sense? How has our performance of different asset classes been over X number of periods and X length of time? How is the performance of the overall portfolio? What alternatives are there to how we invest? How did we compare to the overall benchmark? And what can we do to improve? These are great questions to ask yourselves. What are the benefits? If you've conducted your research properly, it should result in better return, better risk management, and possibly a better experience for yourself. Anytime that you have an open mind, you're willing to be agile, and you challenge yourself, not only will it make you a better person, you'll probably get better results. If challenging yourself has such great results, why don't more people do it? The answer is because it takes effort. It takes work to research, look at how you did things, be agile, and to keep an open mind. You also risk discovering mistakes, missteps, errors. But here's another way to look at it. If you discover an error, don't tell yourself it's a failure. Tell yourself it's another step towards success. Anyone who is good at anything has made mistakes. That's just the way life is. But if you learn quickly from your mistake, you identify it, you isolate it, and then you change and grow from it, you're definitely going to be a better person and you're going to be better at what you do. I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm Anna Hillberry. Thank you for listening.